So here is a pretty cool way that I figured out of building websites. These are static websites and pretty easy to design and deploy. So here are the steps that I ended up formatting through ChatGPT. I'll be adding these to the description, but let's get started. So first, you will be going to sites.google.com. Okay. So from here, you can basically design your site. So choose any template, probably a blank site, and you can build your site. It's just designing the site. Okay, so I have already designed a site. So pretty basic for a portfolio. I guess the colors don't match, but okay, we'll work with it, right? So pretty basic. Now, what we will do is go to drive, drive.google.com. As mentioned here, uh, once you design the site, then uh, we need to extract the source code for the site. So Google site can be termed as a framework, a drag and drop framework for building websites. The idea is to extract the code with this framework, of course. So we will have it in our recent files on uh, Google Drive. Now we'll just okay. So firstly, you can create a new folder in your drive. So let's name it web, website, anything. For now, I will name it web. Okay. Uh, okay. So it's created right here, web. Now what I'll be doing is adding this code file or the site file to the uh, web directory inside my Google Drive. So I'll just move it. So we'll be selecting organize and then move it to the pop-up will appear. So I'll just select web and let's move it. Okay. So we will now have the file at the web directory on our Google Drive. So you can just name it anything. But okay. So now Google, being a tech giant, has a service called as Takeout. Takeout.google.com. That's the site's name. So what Google allows us to do is basically any sort of data that we provide to Google can be extracted. So we know what data is being taken. As I said, your account, your data. So we can just export whatever data there is. So we will be exporting the site we have created. So let's first deselect all because we don't want our all of our data. We just want the data from drive. So here we have drive. We'll select it. Now all drive data included. So we don't want all of our uh, folders, right? So just deselect all and the directory where we have our website is web. So just click OK. And now we will extract it, right? So next step, um, it's gonna be like gig, a gig for the file, and we just need it once, a zip. Let's start creating the export. Okay, I think this is the export. If you are unsure, just refresh the page. It will be there, and now you can download it. Well, I have downloaded it. Just click this download button, and it will start downloading soon. Well, we have downloaded it, and it's right here. What we'll do now is extract it. So extract all, browse. So uh, we'll just put it into downloads, right? I'll create a folder and I'll name it website. Okay, so now this is the folder where all of these files are going to be extracted. Okay, here it is. So let's just close this window. We don't need it anymore. And now we'll have it deep inside the directory right here. So these are all the necessary files which were basically, yeah, as you can see, these are the files for your website. And this is what we need to host. So what we're going to do is just copy all of these files back into the parent directory. So right here, I'll just paste it and I'll delete this takeout directory. Okay, okay. So what we are gonna do now is create a GitHub account, right? So let's go to github.com. Uh, it's pretty easy to create a GitHub account. You can create one. You'll get this page, the dashboard. So here you can have create new repository, or if you already have an account, it will be new. So click on new. Now the name for the repository will be same as the owner name or the username. So it will be Vignesh underscore. Right. Now .github.io is a special source for what it helps is GitHub has its service called GitHub Pages. It basically uses static pages. It can host static pages, and this will be your URL for your website. So that is one thing you need to keep in your mind, and then we'll just create the repository. So okay, now we have a bunch of these commands that I will use. You can use the GUI to upload the files to the repository, but I won't prefer that. Uh, Instead, we can use something called Git. Git is a version control software. Uh, Let us download it first. It helps in managing versions or code base. Okay, you can install any of this. So a 32-bit if you have a 32-bit system or a 64-bit setup. What I would prefer is this winget package manager for Windows. So we'll just search for CMD, run it as administrator, click yes, and we now have a command prompt as administrator. Now I will just paste the line winget install what we just copied from the website, and then we'll run it. So you might get some license agreement, but if you don't get anything, yeah, it's okay. If you get any license agreement, just enter Shift Y, capital Y, and then enter. That will do it. Okay, we'll have it downloaded soon. Uh, I guess it's installing now. Okay, let it install. Okay, package managers are really good. You don't have to do a lot. It will install it, it will download the package, and it's trustworthy. Okay, uh, enough of the rant. Okay, I guess it's installing. Mm, okay, I think it's done. I'll exit. Okay, so now that we have Git installed, just open Git Bash, right? Okay, we have opened Git Bash. Do ls will list all of the files in a directory. So we are right now in the home directory. So we have to navigate to downloads. So cd downloads. Okay, now ls, we have a website directory here and a zip here. So we'll just use cd website. Okay, now we are on a website. Right. What we'll do now is firstly we'll initialize our repository. So initialize to be as a repository for Git, right? Git init. Now we have initialized our repository. Now what we'll do is uh, create a main branch m, uh, create a branch which is m, uh, which is main. I'm sorry for the fumble. Okay, now what we'll do is firstly we should have done this, but never mind. Okay, now we'll just create a remote branch and we can run it again. It doesn't matter. Now what we'll do is git add dot. What this will do is add all of the files to the staging phase. Okay, now we'll commit it all. Right. So when we start committing, okay, so we have committed all of these files, right? Uh, Now what we'll do is try to push it. Okay, okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, when you push, you'll see this pop up. So you can just sign in with your browser, right? This will open up the browser. Uh, it will try to open up this page. It should open up. Mm, okay, there seems to be some problem. Somehow, magically, it ended up pushing all of the code. Uh, I don't know how, but I guess that's how it goes. So it has pushed up all the code. If you get that pop-up, just sign in with your browser. It will open your browser and you can just sign into your GitHub. I guess it signed in automatically. I don't know what happened there, but it's a virtual machine. There are problems. It won't happen with you. Okay, so all of the code with the subfolders, with the directories gets uploaded to GitHub. Now, what we'll do is we'll go to settings. Okay, once we go to settings, we'll see here uh, pages. Go to this pages and you can see deploy from a branch. Make sure it's main and then just save it. If it ends up getting saved automatically, just go to action. See, here it's saying your site is live at this URL. You'll see, okay, there seems to be a problem. And the problem is that, uh, let me show you. Let's go to our code. We can see we don't have any index.html file right here. So index.html files are taken as default files. So what we'll do is we'll open our file explorer, and in here just rename the home.html file to index.html file. What it will do is it will use this index.html file as a default whenever you go to the site. So right now, if we cannot access Vignesh Newsker, github.io, but what we can access is slash home. Oh, okay. I guess that's not accessible too. We'll see. Yeah, see. So we can access this page because it's redirecting us to a home page, the home HTML. So what we'll do is we have changed the name and we'll push it. So git add dot. This adds all of the files. Now git commit dash m renamed home dot html to index.html. Okay, it's better if you keep these messages because they will help you understand what you have done. So git push dash you origin main. I will push. Okay, it just pushed it, and now if we see here, we'll just refresh the page. Hmm, let it refresh. Okay, now you can see renamed home.html to index.html. We have this action running. Okay, so here is where the actions run. So basically, this is the place where your sites get deployed. So it will build the site. Don't know why is it showing 30 minutes. I think it's some problem due to time. Okay, so never mind. Okay, it will deploy it in a second. Hmm, okay, I guess it's a bit slow. Okay, we have it deployed. Now, if I just go to this URL, I will have my site, and that's how you can host your own static site. Now, ever if you want to ever update the site, what you can do is follow this guide. Okay, so what would you would have to do is, let's say if I make some changes to my site on Google Sites, I'll have to extract the file again. Then what I will do is just paste it in the website directory that I have made. So any changes I make, I would have to use Google Takeout again, and then I would have to extract the files, upload it to the website directory. So once we get one more zip file, we'll have to extract it right here, all of these files, and then again we'll run these commands git add dot git add git commit m with a message that basically helps you understand what sort of commit did you uh, push, and then git push dash u origin main. So this is how you will be updating the site. Now I know it's pretty tiring and a long procedure, but once you build up a habit, it can help you a lot. You aren't essentially coding a lot for your website. These can be deployed in like an hour or two, pretty easy to build. So I don't think there is a lot of problem with it. You can use other frameworks like WordPress. If they allow code extraction, you can use the same technique. Just upload it to GitHub in a repository, then use GitHub Pages to host it. So designing can be done through any framework until it allows code extraction. You can just use this technique. It's pretty efficient. I mean, I won't say efficient, but pretty easy to exhibit. And with that, I'll end this video. All of the resources will be listed below in the description. Be sure to check it out. And thank you. Have a nice day.